So, I have this story about something that I've been wanting to tell for quite a while, but I haven't really gotten around to it, and this is what it is. So right here, I'm holding something that it's not only just a cool instrument to play, but it has like a deeper meaning to me. This is a Ngoni. This is an African style harp, 12 strings, that it's actually the little brother to the kora, if you've heard of the kora. Now, how I came to discover this was I was flipping through iTunes one day, came across this band called the Hip Abduction. And I noticed that in multiple of their songs, they use this weird instrument that I really had no way of knowing what it was called. So I, of course, skimmed through their Instagram page and found the word Ngoni, and then boom, there it was. Just a little backstory. I liked it so much, and I liked the cool sound of it, that I wanted to get one. So, first, get on Google and start looking and realize, like, man, there's really not that much information about them. You can buy them, you can have them imported, but none that was really the way that this guy's was made. And that's because he made it himself. And I learned that through actually talking to him, getting some information before I started the project, and then I realized I really just gotta do it. So that's what I did. All right, so I'm gonna walk you through how I built this, and then I'll actually play it some for you. So I'm gonna start with the head. Simple oak head. I kind of milled the ends to the way I liked it. You have your tuning pegs that go through alternating all the way up and down the neck. It actually runs through. This is a mixing bowl as the body. It runs through all the way out the other side. Now, how I did that was I got a metal Dremel bit and I kind of just whacked away at it. You can actually see that it really wasn't all that perfect, but it didn't need to be. It fit snugly and that worked perfect. So like I said, this is just a mixing bowl. I actually got this from Bed Bath & Beyond. That's all it was. It's metal. More authentic ones are made out of wood, which produce a more warm kind of sound. But this one sounds good, especially plugged up through an amp. So on top here we got a Bongo Head. This is a Remo Skin Deep. I believe that's how you say it. Bongo Head. I believe this is an 8-inch. I'm not certain. It looks to be 8 inches. And it fit perfectly over top of the bowl. Kind of got lucky there. Moving on to the strings. The strings are actually fishing line. They're nylon fishing line. These are different gauges. I think I got 3 different gauges. For your highest string being your thinnest, all the way up to your lowest string being your thickest. It just produces a better sound. So moving on to the bridge. This is just another piece of oak. Now, I used some photos from Facebook and some of this guy's Ngoni and kind of just mimicked what I saw. It just tapers up here near the top, which creates a groove for this nylon string that actually kind of just holds back on some of the tension, because there's a lot of tension here on this bridge here. And it just kind of holds it back. As far as the pickups go, I reached out to him and found out what kind he used, and he mentioned the K&K. I'm not sure what kind. I want to say Big Shot. Not entirely sure. But K&K pickups, it filters down here to the bottom where I have the adapter installed here on the bottom. Really simple. You just plug it right in. These handles here are just oak dowels that I've stained. All of this I've stained. It wasn't the actual color. So these are just tied here to the back of the neck and goes down here into the Bongo Head, and it works perfect. These little fasteners down here, I'm not entirely sure what they're called. Picked them up at Lowe's. You can find them over there near the screws and bolt section. They simply just hold down the Bongo Head. That's really all there is to it. I could get way more technical, but don't really have the time for that. So originally I made this without the pickups, and it wasn't shortly after until the whole world opened up whenever I picked up this pickup, because man, it just gives it a new light, and I'm going to show you what it sounds like. For the amp, this is the Fishman Loudbox Mini. Love this thing for my acoustic guitar, and it just so happens to sound amazing on this Ngoni here. So. there was something very rewarding once I finished this thing. Taking something that you see, you didn't know what it was, you had to go through all of this searching to finally find it, and only to find out that there's no instructions. You just have to go with the flow and try it for yourself, especially if you want to build one like this. And man, this is one of the coolest things I've done in my life so far. I will say, like, you bring this out at a party or something, it gets the attention. Everybody seems to, what is that? And it's always fun to kind of just briefly explain to them what it is and what it means to me. Have something in your life that that you want to try, and maybe you don't know exactly how to build it. I didn't know what I was doing whenever I started building this. And it worked, and it sounds good, and I'm super proud of myself. So don't be afraid to get out your comfort zone and try something, especially when it comes to putting something together or building, because you can do it. Because if I can do it, you can sure do it. So yeah, that's the story for today. Hope you liked it. The Untitled Ngoni. See you next time.